Good afternoon. This is your winter storm update for Unit 3. The inclement weather associated with this winter storm has started to subside. Freezing rain has stopped and Burlington has seen a slight reprieve from the storm. However, the dangers associated with this winter storm have not ended. In some places in Burlington, up to 8 inches of ice has accumulated. Though the rain has stopped, the ice will continue to affect the Burlington region. For the next 3 days, temperatures will barely break the freezing mark. This will do little to contribute to reducing the ice accumulation, but is ideal for salt and sand on roadways. Additionally, meteorologists are forecasting extreme cold temperatures for next week. The major concern for Burlington continues to be ice accumulation on roadways and power infrastructure. The Vermont Department of Transportation has reported that all streets and secondary roadways are too dangerous for use at this time. Additionally, major highways throughout the northern half of the state remain closed. 95% of the road network is unusable. Because of the forecasted cold weather next week, it is vital that power lines be restored to full capability. The governor has stated that power in urban areas should be restored first. Those in rural areas should seek out assistance from local shelters. Furthermore, phone communications are still down and will likely not be completely restored until power is completely restored. Water pipe bursting remains a concern and will be a significant risk until roadways are cleared and power is restored. The risk associated with pipe bursts will only get worse as cold temperatures set in next week. Ice accumulation still presents a danger to structural integrity of buildings and bridges. However, as long as ice removal efforts continue to see positive effects, the risk to building and structure collapse will decrease. Our chief concern remains the elderly and disabled who are without power or communication and are in need of medical assistance. These residents should continue to be the focus of life-saving efforts. Much of the city's message to the people of Burlington should remain the same. The city should continue to highlight the dangers of ice and cold. Though the freezing rain has stopped, the many dangers associated with this storm have not subsided. Citizens should be encouraged to remain indoors. Because of the icy conditions on roads, road travel should be highly discouraged. Citizens should also be encouraged to help their neighbors in this time of need. Additionally, citizens should be encouraged to help first responders in ice removal efforts by reporting dangerous situations to the city. Reporting can be done through social media to the Burlington Police Department, Burlington Works, Burlington Telecom, and Burlington Electric Twitter pages. This will help reporting of dangerous situations until phone communications can be restored. The city should continue its efforts through the Emergency Operations Center. The primary effort should continue to be preservation of life. However, ice removal and power restoration are key to the preservation of life. The Public Works Department should continue to coordinate with first responders through the EOC to direct road clearing efforts in support of life-saving operations. The secondary effort of ice removal should continue to be in support of power restoration. In accordance with the governor's statements, power restoration in urban areas is critical. The city will continue to establish power at critical city resources first. These resources should be powered by generators until power services can be fully restored. The Burlington Electric Department and Velco should continue to coordinate with the state to get additional resources and power restoration teams. Burlington schools should remain closed until roads are safe for travel and power is fully restored. The city should continue to communicate with its citizens via the internet and radio to ensure that they are fully informed of any dangers. The city should continue to inform Chittenden County officials of the status of the city. Additionally, the city should continue to petition surrounding counties for assistance with life-saving efforts, road clearing, and power restoration. They should also reach out to NGOs and volunteer organizations to help with the recovery effort. Organizations like the Red Cross will operate many of the local shelters, and they should be informed of the possible influx of people from rural areas. Local food banks and other volunteer organizations are well positioned to help out Burlington residents who may be in need, but not necessarily in need of medical services. Such organizations can help deliver food and warm clothing to residents without power or communication. This will help reduce the need for life-saving efforts. The federal government has declared a state of emergency for northern Vermont. This allows Burlington to access funds from the state and federal government to support recovery efforts. Specifically, shortages in funding for road clearing efforts and power restoration can be supported by disaster funds. With this in mind, Burlington should request assistance through the state to FEMA for funding and resources to support snow removal and power restoration efforts. This should include any assistance in getting more salt and sand for roads and parts and supplies for vehicles. This will likely have to be coordinated with out-of-state resources. The city should also consider long-term infrastructure repairs in its requests and further resources that may help during next week's period of cold weather. Thank you.